Hello, my son. I have this magazine for a long time. Honduras Institute of Tourism. When was this done? Alright, we'll find out. Maybe. Alright, some of the churches, look how much gold there is in this church here. You
Whoa.
see?
That's like... That's a lot of money.
I heard that the Catholic Church receives $1 million every 3 days, or
What?
maybe even more than that, a day. I
$1
don't know.
million a day?
Right,
Oh, that would be awesome.
because
Just work 2 days and we'd have $2 million. And then we could do anything.
so is religion a business?
Yeah.
I believe it is. And when do I get paid, or when do you get paid?
Well, we're not working in the religious business.
I think all of us are. And at the end of our lives, if there is a God, and we followed whatever God wants us to do, then we go wherever God wants us to go. And if we don't, who knows what's next? All right. Read the title.
Honduras, more than you ever imagined.
What are people of Honduras called?
Honduran.
Hondurans? Hondureños? What's the language spoken there?
Spanish.
What part of the world is the country of Honduras in?
It's a country.
What part of the world is it in? Is it in Europe?
No.
So where is it?
North America.
No.
I'm thinking of
How many stars does the flag of Honduras have?
4. I'm not sure how many.
It has 5 stars.
5.
It represented the 5 Central American countries. Can you name them?
The 5 what?
Central American countries.
Florida.
No, Florida is in the country of the United States.
I don't.
What's below Florida? Or below the United States? What's above the United
Yeah, I'm
States?
thinking Canada.
Right. What's below the United States?
Canada? California? Alaska? I don't know.
Mexico.
I was about to say the islands, Hawaii.
All right. Mexico is below the United States. Now, below Mexico, there may be more than 5 countries. I believe there are. Number 1 is Guatemala,
Yes.
Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica. These are 5. Afterwards, I believe it was afterwards, I'll have to check my history books, Colombia had this country called Panama. But President Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt, took Panama from Colombia. President Roosevelt from the United States took Panama from Colombia. So now there are 6, right? But there's another one called British Honduras, somewhere around below Mexico. Alright? So that would be 7. And Honduras and El Salvador, Nicaragua, my grandpa said they're all the same people. It's a mix of what? What type of people?
Spanish.
And
English.
the native people that were there. And of course, in El Salvador, there were no black people. Can you name any famous soccer player from Brazil?
You can.
Name one.
I don't know how to do it.
Pelé. Alright, so Pelé, how did he become a great soccer player? He said, well, my dad played soccer, and he could only use one leg to kick the ball.
Because one of his legs was gone?
No, he had two legs, but
Okay.
as far as like hitting the ball and making it go exactly where you wanted it to go.
Oh.
So Pelé said, well, if I can become good with both legs, I'll be twice as good as my dad. But he became twice as good as everybody else. Have you heard of Michael Jordan in basketball?
Mm-hmm.
What did he do? Or what did he used to do?
Beat everyone in the game.
And when did he start getting good or better?
When he was a kid playing with his brother.
In high school, he got cut from the team. That means, no, you're not on the team.
Because he was short.
And probably not as good. So he went home and cried, and then he hung on the monkey bars, trying to stretch himself. Plus, what did he do? He said, I'm not good enough on the team. I'm going to return and be better than anybody else on the team. So much so that when he became a professional basketball player, another team said, what about the Chicago Bulls, which is the team that Michael Jordan played with? And then the coach of the team or the other team said something like, somebody said it, oh, we can beat a one-man team. Because everybody would give the ball to Michael Jordan, and then he would jump higher than everybody else, things that nobody did back then. Now, he retired because...
He's dead.
No. How did his father die? They were traveling, or the father was traveling, and his car, something went wrong with it, so he was waiting on the side of the road and somebody shot him. I think that's how Michael Jordan's father died. And Michael Jordan was trying to play baseball. What happened with baseball? Was he successful or unsuccessful?
Unsuccessful.
All right, back to Honduras.
Yeah, how do we start talking about baseball?
There are people that are black. I believe they've been in Honduras for 200 years, 1800s. I believe they came from Jamaica. And I believe that they were brought over on ships. And they are still there. They have their own culture. They used to have, please stop doing it. They have their own culture, their own music, their own language, and they live on the beach. But now, my generation, or a few of them ahead of me, they decided to go on these cruise ships, and when they returned, they didn't want to live in their small huts anymore. And they returned with money so they could buy houses in the city. But the problem was that my grandpa told me they're accustomed to have 3 or 4 women. And in the city, they were not allowed to do that. And also in the city, it costs more money to do that. All right, what do you like about this picture? All of this, the whole book. So what is the name of British Honduras in Spanish?
Honduras.
Belize.
In British? What?
Well, the British, they took over the United States, right?
Mm-hmm.
And did they give it back somehow? Through a war? Independence war? Yes? Yes, that's what happened. There was a war. And it's celebrated on the 4th of July every year. It was the United States against the 13 colonies against Great Britain. Okay. All right. Now, You see all of these pictures here, people scuba diving, snorkeling, staying in a hotel on top of the water, horseback riding on clear water.